Good morning, everyone. So hopefully everybody's enjoying the AI Summit. And we can quickly get started on our set of slides. So as Ryan already mentioned, we'll be talking a little bit about how we can use AI to personalize the experience for consumers and how retailers can leverage AI in implementing some of these solutions across the board. So I'll quickly introduce myself. So my name is Eshan Tyagi. Don't look at the spelling. Don't be bothered by it because my parents were not bothered about it either. So and I'm essentially leading the go-to-market efforts for all AI and ML solutions in the UK and Ireland market. Um, so so essentially, I've been part of Quantiphi for the last 3 years. We have been solving some of the most challenging problems for retail, CPG, and manufacturing customers. And it's been a fantastic ride for us, and you will be talking through some of those in the later stage. Talking a little bit about Quantify now. So we are essentially an AI and machine learning services and solutions provider. So we have been in the market for the last 10 years. We are very closely associated with a lot of cloud service providers and a lot of technology partners across the board. So as you can see, Google Cloud, NVIDIA, AWS, and TensorFlow. So today, whatever solutions I'll be talking about, the back end of it is going to be on Google Cloud. And we'll be talking about how we build some of the custom solutions on top of that to essentially create a very tangible impact for our customers. So as you can see, our expertise is across the board when you look at AI and ML. So right from different modalities, whether it is speech, computer vision, general analytics, descriptive or prescriptive in terms of forecasting, as well as looking at predictive models. And obviously, at the back end of each of these enterprise-grade AI solutions is the data and analytics layer, which is like the foundation for each of these problems. So if you want these solutions to be production ready and to sing along with your systems, you need to have the data and analytics pipelines in place, and that's what we do as well. So quickly, I'll jump onto the next slide now. So before I get started into the solutions, let's do a recap on what the market looks like in the UK from a retail perspective. So what are the things that have changed in the last couple of years? Because there have been a fair few changes. So if I look at the first bit, growth in online sales, obviously. Now, I can understand that the lockdown is a distant memory for most people, but it created a lot of impact. Some of it has been permanent in terms of changing the consumer behavior as well. So as you can see, 30% of the business in 2021 overall retail sales by value was contributed to online sales. And that's going to grow over a period of time. So you have a 65% expected growth rate year on year on that number. And that hasn't really, obviously because of some of those changes that were forced. People are forced into their homes. They were looking at other options through which they can quickly buy things. So they could not experience, they could not go to the stores. They could not just pick stuff up from physical stores. And what happened was that around 46% of the retailers in this 2-year period, 2021 and 2022, made a purchase for the first time online, things that they would have previously purchased offline. And these are numbers that I've picked up from ONS, official Office of National Statistics for the UK and Ireland. And as you can see, this is a change in trend, right? So almost everybody who's a millennial or from Gen Z has started discovering products online. So irrespective of whether you are going to eventually buy it offline or you're going to look at the omni-channel experience by clicking and collecting, by clicking online and buying it offline, whatever you do, you have started discovering these products online, either through social media platforms, either through other ad platforms, or either directly going through the websites of these retailers. So it's a crucial point. There's a change in the market and something that we feel is going to be the thing in the future as well, and something we are helping retailers, improve their experience for their customers. And the third bit is obviously the rising expectations when that starts happening. So once the customers start using this online experience, start going to the website, start clicking on products, start looking at recommendations, they would want that experience to grow better for themselves, right? So imagine if if I have a repeat purchase from a grocery perspective every month, I want those 3 or 4 items that I'm continuously buying to be on the page at the top. I don't want to look for them every time I'm going to the website. I want them on my home page. I want them as a bundle ready for me out there. So these kind of changes and these kind of things are going to happen in terms of how we can build recommendation systems, how we can give better cross-sell and upsell opportunities for the customers. So if you can move to the next slide, we have 3 basic pillars that we are essentially looking at in terms of how this change has happened. Obviously, retail is a broad term. You have different categories. You have electronics, you would have FMCG, you have beauty, you have various categories and subcategories within retail, but there are 3 essential things that can be implemented across the board, or 3 things that we feel are certainly useful for everybody that's looking at digital channels right now. So one is obviously product discovery. How can we enable faster product discovery or relevant product discovery for your customers? Second bit is around personalized promotions and personalized recommendation, which is very, very important. And the third bit is obviously around cross-sell and upsell opportunities. So if a consumer is continuously buying a set of products and is looking through a lot of different products, you do not want cart abandonment to happen. You want that to actually convert into a purchase. So you have upsell and cross-sell. That's very important during this entire experience. So just to cover these 3 points, there are 4 pillars and 4 solutions that we have in place. So the first one is customer data platform. Then you've got search for retail, intelligent chatbots, and finally recommendation AI. So I'll quickly drill into each one of them to explain what these are. Customer data platform is essentially providing a 360-degree view of your customer. So irrespective of when somebody is coming onto your platform, whether they're adding things to the cart or not, if they're coming onto your platform and you have recorded a session from them browsing through your pages or clicking on specific things or adding something to a cart, looking on product page, looking at product details or interacting with your chatbots, you would want that information captured somewhere, right? And you want to utilize this information in terms of making their experience better so that next time they come onto your platform, they should be able to realize or you should be able to actually tell them that this is what you were looking for and this is what we feel would be relevant for you when you come back to the platform. The next bit is around retail search. How can we make product discovery easier for your customers? So search for retail is something where irrespective of whether I'm searching through text or I'm using images or I'm using speech, I should be able to find the relevant product on the website. Third bit is around intelligent chatbots and conversational AI. That's very important because not a lot of times you would have all the information present on the page itself. There will be customers who have specific requirements. They're looking for, they're educated customers, they're educated buyers. They will want to know more information about the brand, about the material in itself, about different specifications of the product, whether it's available, whether they can buy it or not. So you have chatbots that can start having these intelligent conversations, picking up the right sort of intents and giving the contextual information to the customers. And the last bit is the most important one, recommendations AI. You need to recommend the right set of products to the consumer based on their historical behavior as well as the product catalog that you have in place. So I'll quickly move on to the next bit, which is around showcasing a demo to you guys. So this is basically we have created a retail website on Quantiphi servers. So this is just a just mirroring what the experience might look like for consumers. So as you can see over here, we have considered John as a customer who's browsing through the internet through this a retailer's website. He's looking for specific products. So he's searching for shirts. He's searching for jeans right now. He's looking for the entire look. He's somebody who goes for the entire thing. He doesn't want just one bit. So he's looking for shoes as well as trousers as well as shirts. So as you can see, he's not buying everything right now. He's just browsing through. He's clicking maybe on 1 or 2 products, but he's actually coming to your page looking at things. So what this does is if you have even this data being captured anywhere in your systems, if you can go back to the home page and come down, there'll always be a For You section already created based on what he has searched for in the past. Irrespective of whether he has put it in his cart or not, you have that session being recorded. And based on that, you can see there's a bundle already created based on his shirts, t-shirts, shoes, etc. So you already have this information irrespective of him making a purchase or even adding it on the cart. So you already have that data just based on the session that he has gone through. So how this essentially works behind the scene is we use Google Cloud as the backbone for this. So obviously, BigQuery is the database that we're looking at. So we have data coming in from different systems, whether it's Adobe Analytics or any other web analytics platform that the customer might be using. We can capture this information, bring it onto BigQuery, and then train some of our custom machine learning algorithms so that we can create these bundles for different customers based on each and every golden record and every session that is being captured over there. So that's about customer data platform. I'll quickly jump onto the website again and try and show how some of these now products are now being added to the cart. Now, as a consumer, John is somebody who wants to get more information about the product, so he dives deeper into it. There is size chart. There is a lot of information already present on the page. But if I want to interact with the chatbot, I have specific questions. I can do that as well. So in this scenario, John is going to ask a little about the material of the cloth itself. What is it made out of? Even though that information might be present on the page, he's somebody who doesn't have time, so he's trying to get the answers on the go through the chatbot. So he asks about the material. The material in this case is pure cotton. The next question he might ask is around, is exchange available for this product? So as soon as he asks for that question on the back end, you already have the chatbot that's going to essentially give the response in this scenario that you have 15-day exchange policy regarding this product. Now what John does is, John also asks this question in a different way. And as you can see, the bot would still be able to understand the context. So the first phrase there was, is exchange available? In the second phase, we asked the question in a different way, and the bot is still able to pick that intent in terms of different phrases that are being used over here. So again, the response is similar. The bot is able to pick up that the question is again on exchange, and you have the 15-day exchange policy over here. Now, John is essentially asking about whether the product is available in different colors or not. Let's see if the bot is able to answer that question. So in this scenario, the bot obviously does not have this information immediately available. So what it does is it essentially gives a channel for you to reach out to the live agent directly and hand this conversation off to a live agent so that you can interact and see if the product is available in different colors or not. So that's one bit that we wanted to showcase around having intelligent conversations with the chatbot. And the backend, this is essentially again being run on Dialogflow, which is Google Cloud's conversational AI product. And again, Dialogflow, as I said, as you could see, is able to pick up intents irrespective of the phrases that you're using. So if the context remains the same, irrespective of different phrases, you can train machine learning models and use this kind of a setup to have intelligent conversations with your customers. Moving on to the next bit, if you want to look at now the search, we obviously were already searching for different kinds of products. We were searching for shirts, jeans, etc. Now if I want to, so John is somebody who is now looking for a very specific look. He wants an exact jacket that he has looked at somewhere online. So what he'll do is upload that image. And as you can see, as soon as that image is uploaded, you have the right set of results being picked up. So you have different jackets of the same color, similar jackets of similar texture and similar size, and he can then surf and add these to the cart, whichever he wants to choose in this scenario. So as you can see over here, how this worked was there's Vision API in place from Google Cloud. So essentially, that API, if you run, the images are uploaded on Google Cloud Storage. As soon as you run that image through the API, it picks up those specific elements within the product. So it does an object detection on the jacket itself, depending on the color, depending on the size, depending on the material that it can pick up. It starts showing these relevant search results within your database, within your product catalogs that are similar to the jacket or similar to the image that you have uploaded. And then on top of that, as Quantiphi, we built some custom machine learning algorithms to enhance that result, to customize it a little more in terms of picking the right set of features based on your requirements. So that's search for retail. And the last bit here that I want to showcase quickly is the recommendations AI. So now, as you can see, John has already added a few products in the cart. But on the right-hand side, to complete the look, because we are talking about summer, he also wants the shades to be added. So he can see the recommendation on the right side and he immediately adds it. And that's in the cart. So essentially, this is what the entire gamut of solutions look like, and this is how it syncs together in terms of how we can set it up using different solutions from Google Cloud. In this scenario, for the recommendations, there's a specific API within the Google Cloud ecosystem that's known as Recommendations AI, and on top of that, we can also add product catalog-based recommendation algorithms that Quantiphi can build. So this essentially covers the 4 or 5 different solutions through demo. Hopefully, this resonated with some of you guys. If you can go to the next slide, Prachi. So we are also present in booth 310 Expo A. So we can talk about a little about our success stories with different customers, implementations, and we can share more details. And if you want to reach out, feel free to come to our booth. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, so I think we have some time left. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, sure.
In terms of conversation intelligence, can you pull it out of the social graph, put it out of Insta or Facebook, take that through? Because all you've spoken about the internal aspect of that.
Yeah, so you can certainly integrate that with webhooks. You'll have specific webhooks for different platforms. You can integrate the same backend with your social media platforms UIs as well. So when somebody is interacting on social media, you'll have webhooks that are connected with your internal system, internal databases. If the information is available, you can certainly replicate that on that platform itself. So yeah, absolutely. That can happen, yes. All right, thank you. Thank you very much.